I want you to remember the last time you experienced a restless night's sleep and how you probably felt exhausted, irritable, and had a hard time concentrating the next day. Well, this is a regular experience for millions of individuals living with neurodegenerative conditions. Having poor sleep on top of experiencing the symptoms brought upon by these conditions can worsen existing symptoms and even accelerate their progression. Functions like sleep, wakefulness, memory, and cognition are all in part modulated by a communication system in the brain called the cholinergic system. This communication system uses a molecule called acetylcholine. It's been found that the system stops working correctly in many conditions like dementia, and this can lead to a loss of cognitive abilities, brain cell death, and inflammation in the brain. The cholinergic system might also be involved in the buildup of pathology in the brain, like plaques and tangles, in conditions like Alzheimer's. And the sleep problems experienced by those living with neurodegenerative conditions are likely to be related to this cholinergic system dysregulation, brain pathology, brain cell death, and inflammation found in areas of the brain that control sleep, like the basal forebrain and the brainstem. My research aimed to figure out why these sleep problems happen by looking inside the post mortem brains of individuals who had Alzheimer's disease, Lewy body dementia, and multiple sclerosis. To do this, I used stains that targeted certain changes that are often seen in these conditions, which included looking at the cholinergic system, inflammation, and pathology, like the amount of plaques, tangles, Lewy bodies, which are the type of pathology associated with Lewy body dementia, as well as demyelinated lesions in the multiple sclerosis brains, in the basal forebrain and the brainstem, two major areas of the brain that control sleep. The results from my research have shown that there are significant cholinergic system changes, brain cell death, pathology buildup, and inflammation in the major areas that control sleep. This tells us that sleep brain areas are impacted in a way that stops them from working correctly in many people living with neurodegenerative conditions and help to explain why these problems arise. Understanding and researching the mechanisms and the underlying contributors to these sleep problems can provide new avenues for treatments and diagnostic measures to hopefully enhance the quality of life, symptom severity, and potentially slow progression of the neurodegenerative conditions with better sleep.